How much time did you actually serve?
I served 7 years, 7 3/4.
Wow. So, what was that road like in prison up until you got connected with POP? Like, how was that walk?
Before I got connected with POP, I was trying to figure out how I was going to stay ahead in there because of the fact that the crime that I was involved in was violent and it distanced me from a lot of people that loved me or they didn't understand or just didn't want to have nothing to do with me. And so I was engaging in criminal activity while I was in prison, gambling, gambling mostly, but just trying to get ahead so I can have whatever I needed in there. So.
Okay. And so, like, while you were inside prison, what would you say, what was the dynamic? What was it about the dynamic that attracted you to POP?
The main thing that made me curious was the fact that Brother Shane told it how it was and how it is. And he didn't put any sugar on anything. He just straight out told us this is how it is. And if you want to change your life, this is how it's got to be for yourself.
Absolutely. And, you know, that's actually a good point. And I mean, so, but there were other programs inside of prison, correct?
Sure.
So why did you buy into the POP philosophy versus all the other ones? Like, what was like
the main thing that I looked into or I seen was the part of focusing on myself. It's the focusing on myself part that caught my attention, and that actually to this day I still do, is focus on what I need to do for myself to come ahead. And going into pop, that made me stronger today and continues to make me stronger. Because before I got in there, I was lost.
Right. So, I mean, like, what, like, but after you took the class, did you stay? Like, did you stay on to become?
Yeah, I stayed on to become a student teacher. Started helping other men in there with Purple Book. Actually helping with their homework, helping them understand how to help themselves and realize that they got power. Their power is the main thing the power is the one thing that I didn't realize I had, and I had it the whole time. And I'm thankful for that Dr. Verna helped me find my power.
Absolutely. Yeah, because I mean, and like, but you didn't have to stay on to continue to stay a part of, you know, you could have just took the class and just went on about your business.
Sure, but there was something about it that actually stayed in my heart, is the fact that it changed my life. That's what the main reason why I stayed on, because every day while I was in prison, my life was changing. Didn't realize it at first until I started noticing my habits and my behavior started to change and giving me new outlook on things. So.
Absolutely. So I mean, like, so you would say POP. It sounds like you're saying POP is kind of like more than just an organization. It's kind of like, in some ways, like a family.
Oh, for sure. I have a lot of brothers in pop, and I'm grateful to have my brothers. We help each other out. All we have to do is ask each other.
Mm.
I mean, it's taking that first step. That first step is the main thing. Is that main step? As soon as you take that first, as soon as I took that first step, the next one followed, and to this day, it's still following. They're all positive steps.
Absolutely. And that's kind of a segue into my next question. How has POP supported you in any kind of way since your transition from prison, or it can even be while in prison, or now since you've been back into society?
It supported me with, before I got out of prison, I needed housing, and Pop helped me out with that. I needed emotional attention. I needed friends. When I got out of prison, I was so anxious. I walked outside of the Pop house, and not even 5 minutes I had to come back in the house because I did not know what to do. I thought I was doing something wrong. And when I went to that first meeting, Brother Shane and the rest of the Pop brothers, they all went through the same thing, and they were there to support me, to tell me that it's okay. It's okay. It's going to be okay. And that's the support that I need every time and every day. I still look to this day, I still look to my brothers for support.
Absolutely. And the two main barriers that, we face re-entering back into society is employment and housing.
For sure.
And, that's, I would say, almost like 70% of the whole battle. And then, I say the other maybe 10% of that is, your effort. But then, another probably 20% is support by like-minded people who've been through where you're headed. And so I guess my last question would be so where do you think you would be if it weren't for POP?
To tell you the truth, Tier, I think I would have went back into my old behaviors and back into my own barrio. Barrio means my own little neighborhood, and would have clicked up with the guys that I dealt with before, and went back into a toxic relationship, and probably an abusive relationship, because that's all I knew, and not all that has changed. I know now that life is very valuable and powerful and lovable, and I enjoy every day I get up. Every day I get up, I'm blessed. And when Brother Shane asks me, "Hey, how you doing?" You know what I say? I'm blessed.
I'm blessed.
Because I'm blessed. I'm blessed.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And just and then for the record, what are some milestones and accomplishments that you've been able to achieve since since re-entering back into society?
Since I've come out, I've got reacquainted with my family members. I got reacquainted with my children. I got a job working for farmers. I started driving after that.
A job or a career?
A job. There was a job first, and then I got a business now. I'm a business owner and operator. I service tow trucks, and work with migrant farmers and service their farm equipment. I acquired vehicles. Right now, I'm working on getting a loan for a home. And that's basically about it.
Absolutely, man. Well, I mean,
Well, it's not it. I mean, I'm still reaching for the stars. The sky's the limit. I mean, after one home, you got to get to one to get to two.
Exactly.
And I learned that from Pop. He taught me that. It started off with the cars, and then got to 3-4 cars, and then went down to one. I'm at one now. Now I'm working on number 2 again. So
absolutely,
it's about being positive.
Yeah, and I gotta say personally, man, I'm proud of you. Proud of your growth, proud of your walk. And I mean, ever since you came, I was in there with you. So, you kept the same energy, same attitude. And I want to say, man, I'm proud of your growth. And, the sky is the limit,